Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new edition of Civilization 6. Coming at you with a brand new run, and it's Dido of the Phoenicians, and it's time to get our settler spam going. Holy cow, and we have a start in mind for you right here today. Lots of bonus culture right out of the gate. It's going to help us with our culture tree. And we have lots of chops to do the settler spam with. It's going to be a really fun run. So I hope you guys are ready to enjoy. Talking about this start. So it seems pretty obvious that you would want to settle right in place. But there's also a couple other things to keep in mind what you could do. And I want to talk about those really quickly. So settling in place is going to give you a 2-2 city center because you're going to maintain both the 2 production as well as get your food. And you're going to get a 3-2 tile right out of the gate. You're going to get a culture tile right out of the gate. And then you're going to have a couple of really nice culture tiles, 2-2 with culture in your second ring, as well as a potential 5 food tile in your second ring. So there's a lot going on here that's good, and it's just instantly, okay, maybe we should just go ahead and do that. But there's other possibilities I'd like to take a look at before we decide. You could step here and turn 1 settle as well. And if you did that, you would actually have 2 culture tiles inside your first ring. And you'd be able to work the 2-2 with culture right away. It would also bring this 4 food honey tile into play a lot sooner, although it would move the rice out of play, so that's kind of a 6 of one, half dozen of the other kind of thing. And it'd also move away from the 3-2 tile. So it's an interesting idea because it would save that chop, but it would also mean that you'd be a 2-1 city center instead of a 2-2. The other thought that some people might have, which I would kind of dismiss, is the possibility of actually turn 2 settling right on the amber and getting the culture in the city center immediately. I'm not a big fan of that because it's the amber. If it was silk, where you build the plantation, I might consider it because you don't get to mine it and get lots of production. But this will be minor resource right out of the gate, and it'll be a 2-2 with culture, and then it'll quickly become a 2-3 and then a 2-4. It'll be a great tile to work all throughout the game. So I kind of am hesitant to settle on an amber tile for sure. So it's not a 100% easy decision to make. I definitely don't like the idea of settling on the tree. I think either of these choices is pretty good, but I'm going to take the 2-2 city center and the 3-2 tile to work right out of the gate. Now the second decision you'd have to start talking about is, after you choose Scout as your first build, is you would consider the possibility of working this culture tile. Just because, I mean, we've talked about it 1,000 times if we talk about it once. Culture early in the game is absolutely the ball game. The most important thing. But for 5 turns, we can get our scout and our growth with 3 food here out. And then we'll be working on our settler immediately at turn 6. Our scout will be able to quickly. And also with that population too, we'll already be able to work this culture. And then before you know it, we'll actually start to pick up some of these other tiles, which will permit us to work even more culture. So culture is not going to be a problem early in this game. I think 3-2 tile is definitely the right choice in this case. So very quickly, let's take a quick look. Now, another thing to keep in mind here with Dido is that we have a special district. It's the Cothon. And it is extremely important to get this district built before your settler spam, because you get 50% production towards naval units and settlers in this city, and all wounded naval units get in the city center heal in the city's borders heal 100% each, 100 hit points each turn. So basically full health after 1 turn. But the big thing there, like I said, is the 50% production towards settlers. So in addition to having our 50% settler card on and our 50% bonus from Ancestral Hall, we're going to have another 50% bonus towards settler production with the Cothon. So that's going to be a massive settler spam capability that we want to get. So that means we have to get here as soon as possible, which means improved T resources would be extremely valuable. Not to mention astrology with the Find a Natural Wonder would also be very nice as well. So these are a couple things that we're going to want to get on quite quickly. But that's not to say we want to do it immediately. Mining, in order to get the ability to get our first luxury as well as improve that tile, is going to be very good. Because when you think about it, we get mining, we can just go mine. That's going to be a couple of 2-3s with culture right at the gate. Like these, it's going to be a very productive city immediately. So definitely something fantastic to look forward to. But we also need to get that settler out and find a place, because getting those 2 resources on a coast that we can get improved is also going to be extremely important. It's something to think about. And not to mention gold. We're going to want lots of gold because we have a lot of chops out here that we can do our settler spam with. So we're going to need, and also spread our borders. So the culture is going to help us spread our borders as well. Before we continue, I just want to very quickly take a look at Dido, so you guys have a good idea of what we're dealing with here. She is the founder of Carthage, and her ability is to move the original capital to any city with a Cothon that they founded by completing a unique project in that city. So basically, you can move your original capital anywhere you want, and yeah, it's got some advantages to it. I don't think we'll probably use it, but we'll see what happens. But another really big advantage of this one is +1 trade route capacity for each government plaza building and the government plaza district itself. That means we get, right out of the gate, we get our government plaza built, and we get the government, the government ancestral hall building built. That's 2 free trade routes very quickly early in the game when most people are going to be at 1. So that's pretty sweet. And also 50% production towards districts in the city with that government plaza. So you build that government plaza in your capital, and immediately from there on out, the rest of the game, you are looking at 50% production towards districts in that city. So you're going to be able to grow nice and tall in your capital, and you'll quickly be able to get your districts built, which means you're going to have time to do other things more quickly, get to the buildings inside those districts, stuff like that. Mediterranean colonies begin the game with the writing technology, Eureka, so we don't actually have to meet a... it doesn't matter if we do or don't, but there's not necessarily a reason why you have to.
Normal bark.
Druid, thank you very much for 32 months, buddy. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. So, yes, whether or not we meet another civilization, we don't need to worry about it because we have the writing technology. That's a nice little boost. Saves you some free science very early in the game. Coastal cities founded by Phoenicia and located on the same continent as the Phoenician capital are 100% loyal. That is very, very important, and hopefully we'll have a chance to take advantage of that ability throughout this game, or at some point in this game. Settlers gain +2 movement and +2 sight range while embarked. That's fantastic. Settler exploring will be fantastic. I look forward to doing that. Settlers ignore additional movement costs from embarking and disembarking. That's also very good because you can get them into the water and moving without taking that penalty. That's great. Special Byram naval unit replaces the galley. If you wanted to go with a military game early or something like that, you could have the ability to naval fight people and have a little bit better, early galley unit. It's kind of here nor there for us. And then the Cothon, like we talked about earlier, a really important half-price district that we'll be able to get that will make a big difference on our production towards naval units and settlers. Well, the settlers in particular. So, really good stuff. And yeah, just before we continue, I just wanted to point out as well, real quick, that I want to just walk this way and see what's going on. That this map is actually a small continents, not continents, but small continents. First time I've ever played this. It's a new map type for me, anyway, and it's a 2x1 standard size map. So it's a little bit different in proportions, but I wanted to try something a little different. So here you go. Druid, thanks again for 32 months, buddy. You're a gentleman and a scholar, and I appreciate you very much. Thanks for being here, guys. All right, so we're on the Liberthia continent. We got tech boost. Okay, so there you go. It's time to hit next turn. I think we've talked just about enough for turn 1. And like I said, I just want to step over here. Valletta. Okay. So that is actually pretty advantageous. I mean, obviously, you'd rather meet a culture maybe, or science, or even a commercial to get some of those other stuff. But this here is going to mean that we get +2 production in the capital when producing units. That means when we produce settlers, when we produce, any unit, basically, we get +2 production. So that's a nice little boost right out of the gate for the game. They want us to send them a trade route. That's a possibility we can get that. Their overall bonus is that you can city center buildings and encampment districts. can be bought with faith. So that's not terrible. If you ended up with a faith generating pantheon, for instance, you could, you know, purchase your monuments, your granaries, stuff like that with faith later in the game. It could actually be of some value if you did have lots of faith and nothing to do with it, but nothing too particularly great. Thank you, Druid, and I always enjoy having you here, bud. So yeah, we'll just kind of maybe, looks like this is going to wound around here somewhere, so I'm going to just send this warrior probably south. Now that we've learned that, and actually, you can see here, we've actually sped up our scout by a turn because of that +2 production that we're getting in Valletta for +2 towards units. You can see there in our little breakdown there. So that scout's actually going to be out in 2 more turns instead of 3. Let me just double check here. Yeah, okay. So that's actually a nice little advantage for us that we will get. That looks like this probably just wraps around quickly. I'm going to just head down here and then head this way, I think. So getting our scout out, turn 5, we're going to have a scout out and running around, taking names, doing the stuff. I kind of want to step here just to learn what's going on here. There's absolutely nothing there. So we're going to get a rather poor Cothon when it comes time to do it, not to mention having to buy out to it. We're going to go ahead and pump... what do you guys think? I'm going to pump a turn into the monument, and then we'll jump right to the settler. And I'm going to jump on this hill here. Some really nice tiles out here, so potentially a second city out here with all these really nice tiles. You could get a 2-2 city center. If there's a river nice nearby, it would be really nice. But at the very least, you know, it's some really nice tiles to grow early, and we'll see what happens. But really what we need is we're going to need some tiles to improve. Some coastal tiles to improve. Some resources, if you will. And it doesn't look like we're going to have them. So this is, I mean, it's going to be a fine city. Perhaps you could even settle the honey. You get to there. You'd probably lose. Yeah, you'd want to settle a little bit further left than that, though. 1, 2. You could even settle here. On this tile there. Makes the honey further away, but then, yeah, we'll have to learn more about what we've got going on here. So let's head left. Looks like maybe a little bit of a peninsula there. Rather useless to us. Let's head this way. Okay. So we're pop 2, and I completely screwed this up. That's fine. We're still going to be 8 turns on a settler, which is really nice. And we got some turns into the monument. We're going to be a couple turns later on the settler than I needed to be because I completely forgot to switch it over. I was paying attention to our movement and stuff like that. Rookie mistake. Still a little rusty, folks. So we got this 2-2 tile with culture going here. We're running the 3-2 as well, which is helping with our growth. And that's going to expand our borders that much more quickly with that culture being worked and working towards that as well. We're going to be at the Code of Laws at turn 10 or 11, which is pretty sweet. All right, there we go. All right, and coming out here. Okay. I think I kind of want to. I don't want to waste too much time trying to find something nice down here. Okay, it looks like it might be a river. I might have the warrior jump up through here. I don't want to waste too much time getting this little extraneous stuff with the scout. I want to get the scout on the move down the coast and learn as much as we can, as quickly as we can. Speaking of learning things. Oh, nice little stone there within reach of the capital. That'll be more settler spam for us. So we're going to have the warrior come over here. We're going to have to go like that in there. Very shortly we'll have our
When you find yourself in a hole.
There we go. There's mining. I'm not getting a whole lot of luck on... Okay, there's furs. Another river. Nice. We need to find resources to improve. Ultimately. We're heading over there. So we finished off mining. Finding a natural wonder would be really, really nice right now. Getting our science up. Right. I'm going to go to pottery for right now. And we need to get our scout out of here and pushing on towards...
It is not wisdom, but...
And faith. We need to get our scout out of there, and hopefully we can have luck and go find a natural wonder. So we're going to go discipline here, +5 combat strength when fighting barbarians, obviously. And then we're going to go God King for the faith in order to push towards our pantheon. And down here we will move south, some more amber there. Okay, so pretty wide open in here. It's going to be a bit of a trek, but eventually we will get ourselves up here and fighting that. Not making a ton of gold, so buying a builder is not going to be much luck. Discover a second continent. Because it's small continents, I'm guessing that's going to be unlucky to find, because I think these islands are going to generally be a little bit smaller, and we're not likely to find, like, you know, continent splits on the land itself. So it's a good thing that we're going to be working a ton of early culture in our cities, because these boosts are going to be hard to come by. Okay, Goody Hut. I want to just learn here. Okay, so there's a fish. 1, 2, 3. I'm thinking a city here, potentially, if we're just spitballing right out of the gate. Which brings early culture. There's a pasture that could help us with a boost. 5 food tile. We're going to have furs up here. And then that would give you the permission to, the ability to build a city out here, maybe on that rice or something like that, which would give you this coastal city. So 1, 2, 3, get a city up in here, which would be kind of garbage, but 4, 5, 6, something like that. So it's not a terrible start. I'm just gonna go like that, and next turn we're gonna need to pop 3. And the scout has found us. Thankfully, we will be over there ready to knock his teeth in before that scout can cause too much damage, we hope. You've got my permission. Permission granted. Alright. Continuing to go here. So yes, he's heading back, so we kinda gotta get a move on. We need to go here, and we got to pray for a builder here would be huge. Experience, not so great. There's a culture city-state. Could be a first meet. That would be also incredibly huge. Or at the very least, it will give us what we need to do to get that free envoy. Like the what do you call it? The quest. Kevin Curry, it's good to see you, bud. Good to see you as always. Alright, so let's hope that we can get in here. And yeah, I see here, this is going to start spawning units, I think, because this guy got back so quick. This is going to be trouble. Big trouble. I'm going to go ahead and grab a slinger. Just a little bit of help. Now, where are we going to go with this guy? We have a few different options. We have the possibility that a city here could give us some... Well, first of all, it would push towards settling towards somebody, potentially, if there's anybody down here. And then we could backfill. It would be 2-2 city center with fresh water. And it would have some pretty good tiles within range. 3-1, 1-3, 4 food. Although that's a little further out. And it would still give us the ability to settle a city up here. 4 tiles away. And since there's no resources to build here, we really need to think about trying to get a couple of sea resources done. And I think this is possibly our best chance. There'd also be maybe a chance out here that you could have another one, but I don't know. I'm kind of feeling. Let's head south and see what we learn here. I gotta go meet this culture city-state, and we need a promotion. Let's get let's get Ranger. Nightmorphus, it's good to see you, bud. So, Slinger in 3, we're back down to pop 2, unfortunately. We did lose, but that's, You know, I feel like you kind of gotta lock in both of these culture tiles. I think it's worth it to have the 2 culture over that 1 extra food. Like the extra 1 culture over the, you know, like working both of these instead of just one of them. I think it's worth it. And then in 6 turns, like it might cost us a turn on growth, but that's so much culture. I feel like that's the worth it. So yeah, here we go. This is gonna be a challenge. I gotta head this way just to stay away from this scout for one thing. And yowzers. Alright. So Mohenjo-Daro and not a first meet. Yeah. So that's very good. So if we can get them as a suzerain, then that means cities that we place on coast will get full housing from fresh water. And what do they want us for a task? Please do something good. Trigger the Rika for bronze working. That's clear a barb hut, I think, isn't it? If it is, I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong spot here. Oh no, it's bronze work is 3 barbarians. What is clear a barb hut? Oh, that's the military tradition, I think. So that shouldn't be hard to kill 3 barbs since we are having them spawning all over us here. No, thankfully. Maybe. Recently played Civ 6 game with Brazil and had 1 city with 12 reinforced tiles. Wow, 12. That's crazy. Pretty good amount of reinforced here, but I don't think you get 12. Do we need to send out a search party? No, we went from. That's when you produce a settler. You lose population when you produce a settler unless you have the promotion from Magnus. So not a mystery. Ouch. Okay. So here we go. Fortify in place. This guy is on the move. Thankfully, we're in good position here, and we'll get a promotion before long. I'm gonna try and get that thing clear. We got a slinger coming in here. Let's head down this coast. Looks like a river. Is that river ending? Or it looks like it'll probably end in here somewhere. Want to keep that scout moving, learning as much as we can. Pottery in 1, craftsmanship in 5. Unlikely we get those tile improvements. Find a natural wonder would be fantastic. Craftsmanship. It's unlikely, but so is this, so you know what? I'm going to switch it over to here because that's probably less likely than improve 3 tiles. We could grab a builder out of a goodie hut any second now, and then we'll be in great shape. Cooper, there's 5 other players, 6 total.
I thought Clay must feel happy.
Alright, so interesting decision to make here. You clear that and they stop spawning units, but you lose your warrior. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Battle Cry, take the promotion, let them continue to hit me. We've got a scout on the, or sorry, a slinger on the way, Maybe we can snag a kill with the slinger, which would be fantastic. I think I'm going to slide into the monument because I do not want to waste any more time getting to that for the culture. Pottery is complete. I think it's time to head towards astrology because we cannot waste too much more time on the Cothon, I don't think. And yeah, we have a bit of a long journey, but I really feel like we want to get here. Yakov, yo, buddy, how you doing? And let's see, coming through here. Okay, so that is ending quickly. Let's... Oh! Let it be known between us. I will repay treachery with blood. But if you are a true friend, we will have peace. Every time I see your name, I think cheers and beer. I do not want her to know where I am, so we will say no to that proposal. And... so they are somewhere to our south, obviously, making it even more important for us. Oh, -6. Ooh. All right. Let me revisit our thingy here. The loyalty issue. Coastal cities founded by Phoenician and located on the same continent as a Phoenician capital are 100% loyal. Yeah. So I don't need to worry about loyalty as long as I'm on the coast here. That's what I thought. So that's very good news. Very, very good news. Yes, everyone calls it my name. So actually, funnily enough, the story behind my name is a long time ago, I created a name for like Xbox, which included Norm in it. And I got that name from my cat that I grew up with. And that cat was named after Norm from Cheers because when my mom brought that cat home, I actually was watching Cheers on the TV and we're trying to think of names. And I thought, hey, let's call him Norm because that's my favorite character. Boom. Cat was named Norm. 20 years later, that cat was the best thing that could ever happen to you. Amazing cat named Norm. And that's how the Norm persona has perpetuated through the years. Not our thingy, PG stream Norm. Oh, did I say something? Thingy? Not that thingy, sicko Kinsho. So at this point, this still spawning units, which is not great, but I'm going to stay... Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll go here. And then he'll have to step on, and then I can get first hit, and then that'll give us some chances at some stuff. This guy's going to continue to just kind of take the hits. Hopefully, it'll clear out again while I still have some strength. We got to get that thing cleared eventually, though. We can't just keep standing there, letting it spawn forever. We're looking to head east. Very soon we should have kill 3 barbs, right? I think we just killed 2 now. So we can get third kill. That'll be some culture as well from that envoy. That'd be fantastic. Very good name. Very good name. Oh, here comes the slingers. Oof. I should have maybe sacrificed myself and cleared that thing. I should have maybe sacrificed myself and cleared that thing. So we'll start taking hits here. Maybe with the advantage of getting our hits like that, we might get a promotion in. Pop. Okay, just trying to keep an eye out. That scout could become an issue if it... Well, no, because this would be... We might be alright. Hopefully we're alright. It's going to be nerve-wracking. Another civ launched 5-10 turns before you. No, not once they've launched. Other than to keep them, like, you can destroy their stuff that they can destroy their spaceports so they can't launch. They can't do more projects to go quickly, like sabotage their spaceport so that they can't do more projects. But you can't slow them down. You can just keep them speeding up more. But the biggest thing that you're gonna need to do is speed up your.
Oddly,
Ooh,
to be the
nice.
meteorite, but a deep
It's a terrible wonder, but the fact that I found it is very good. because that means we got the boost to astrology, so that's going to get us there quicker. And now we just have to pray okay, here, so okay, we got to settle there. That's actually going to be outside the range. I'm going to have to consider where to settle the city, because Mohenjo-Daro suzerain would make it so I could have full housing eventually on this city. So we're going to continue to move down here and see what happens, I guess. Okay, so there is bronze ring boost. I think it's time to sacrifice myself to... Well, I don't know. Just a sec. I'm trying to think. He's spawned warriors and now slingers. I'm trying to remember how many slingers he spawns. I might have to... I think it's worth sacrificing myself. I hate to lose my warrior here. But... I can only hold out so long, one guy. I sacrificed myself on this. I should have done it earlier. I sacrificed myself on it, back this guy in. We get a couple slingers, moved up, and just kind of defend ourselves. It's so early, we don't even have improvements on our stuff, so... I mean, I think I gotta take it. Also, oh god, I'm about to lose my freaking settler. I think he's going to go after me aggressively, and I'm about to lose him. And I think that's the settle. And there are two. We could actually improve two. We just have to spend a lot of money to get it. Unless there's one there as well. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure he's a dead man. Please don't lose this settler. Oh, please don't. I think that oh, you know what? Taking that barb hut might have made him aggressive. I'm not sure if he'll process. Yeah, I did. Oh my god, that's an absolute crushing defeat. That is absolutely crushing. I'm not sure if taking the barb hut made him aggressive or if they actually changed that coding so that they go after civilian units aggressively anyway. That is an absolute gut punch to this game. An absolute gut punch. Oh my god, that is such a huge loss. I have to turn my scout around now and hopefully... Oh, I can't do that. Oh, that is such a huge gut punch. Okay, so some decent stuff down here. How's the settler lens look down here? Oh my god. Get that monument done, and we'll pump out a couple units. We'll come down here, and hopefully we can get that settler back. It's just delaying us like something awful, dude. Some turtles down here. Volcano, I went past there. And it looks like a river as well. That is a gut punch. Okay, so I have to back him out because I'll be dead next turn if I don't.
gets stirred up.
Tile improvements are not going to happen, so we might as well jump in there. Culture is speeding along nicely. Oh, goody hut. We need a builder, is what we need, actually. Come on. That is annoying. Alright, let's go here, and there, and over there. For some reason, it appears as though you did not get the announcement on Twitch there, but Riven Kami, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Good to see you. You bring light in. It's good to see you as well.
A physician without a knowledge of...
Okay. He steps in. I can hit him. He's going to heal for a turn. Ah. They want to trade Rosene. Could be some gold. We need gold. I'm gonna get the trader going. We could use a little bit faster pace of gold there. Ooh, now the goody hut. Learn this here. We need a builder. Something fierce. Alright, so we got lots of boosts going on here. We do not have this boost yet. And we need to get that done before too long. I'm actually going to start the research on this. Oh, I have to get this first. Oh. And I would have had a city built on a coast as well. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. I completely forgot you had to get that, but it makes sense you do. I just forgot about it. You bring light in. Not much. Still working on our faith. Barbs. No, I don't think I want to change that. No, I don't think so. Craftsmanship complete. Pop 6 is not... Wow. You know, it's funny, you start a game, you see all this culture in your city, you're like, oh my god, this is going to be an amazing game. Look at all this culture. And then you can't find a way to get a single one of the boosts. You can't do it to save your life. It's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Alright. Guess we have to just sit here and wait a turn because of all this marsh. It's crazy. That's the thing about this game. You never know how it's going to turn out. You never know how things are going to go. For some reason, he attacked the city. I am going to go ahead and get the hit points at this guy. Kill him. Let this guy heal up for... How many turns does he need? 2 turns, get some full health, and then we head south. What are the odds that that settler is going to be still there? Population... That's actually quite advantageous at this stage. That gives us another culture to work right out of the gate. Speeds up some production. Would have much preferred a builder, but... Oh, man. Crazy. Crazy, folks. Alright. Let's head south with him. One more turn, the next guy comes in. Another little island out here, looks like, or some sort of other piece of land anyway. Come up around this corner here and see where we're at. Alright, so there's the trader. I'm going to send him to Valletta. That's 3 gold. Plus the envoy. Nothing wrong with that idea. This guy's full health now. You're heading south. I think you gotta go another settler, because you don't know if you're gonna get the other one back. I think you just gotta go ahead and hope. But you gotta go another settler now. That was inconvenient. And there's the city. Oh, man. That is a real kick in the gonads right there, ladies and gentlemen. But it's also slightly past the 40-minute mark. So that's the end of episode 1. Let's see where this game takes us. Take care, folks, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.